There are a lot of vehicles in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm pretty sure there's more than you can actually store inside of garages. And with that many choices, obviously it's pretty hard to pick which ones are the best. Today's video, I'll be doing my best effort to pick the 6 vehicles you should currently own in 2022 for Grand Theft Auto Online. A lot of YouTubers have been doing this lately, but I've been thinking, you know what, I got some different opinions, so why not bring mine to the table? Starting off with a fairly obvious pick, we have the Toreador. This is a must-have vehicle, sitting at around $3.6 million. It's basically the same cost as vehicles like the Oppressor Mark II and the Deluxo. The difference is that, first of all, this vehicle gets unlimited missiles, which is a huge benefit. That means if somebody's trying to shoot at you or you're trying to clear an insurgent for whatever reason, this vehicle will be able to destroy them, where the Deluxo or an Oppressor Mark II has to go back to the custom shop where you got to despawn it and spawn it back in through your MOC. So this vehicle has a massive advantage there. The Toreador also has a super speed boost, giving it actually a fantastic lap time when it comes to top speed if you are into getting from point A to point B very fast. It can also go into water, which is an amazing benefit, meaning that if somebody's trying to chase you or kill you, you can very easily just go into the water and now nothing's going to get you. You can shoot torpedoes while you are under the water, and even furthermore, it can survive 3 homing launcher rounds. The 4th one will blow you up. When you add all those together, it's a pretty common sense choice to why this vehicle is amazing. I should point out that there are some downsides. First of all, its windows are not bulletproof, so if there's somebody in front of you shooting a minigun or even just a normal gun at your forehead, yeah, there's going to be a lot of ketchup spraying everywhere and you're going to have a wasted screen in front of you. Second of all, with vehicles like the Oppressor Mark II and the Deluxo being able to fly, they can very easily just stay above your vehicle where you cannot get a homing lock and barrage you with missiles. While this vehicle is very fast, it does not have an anti-missile jammer. So you're going to have to be very careful just in case there is somebody trying to fly over you. But as I did say, at least you can survive up to 4 explosions, meaning that you're actually quite safe in this vehicle, even compared to Deluxo or the Oppressor. Next up on the list is the Omnis EGT. This vehicle is not very fast. It does not have bulletproof windows. So you might be asking, well, why is this vehicle on the list? Not only am I putting this on the list, but I personally believe that this is the #1 vehicle you should own currently in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. And it's all down to the Imani tech. You can put armor plating on this vehicle and then also put an anti-missile jammer on. A lot of the Imani tech vehicles that have bulletproof windows survive up to 4 explosions before they are destroyed. This vehicle, it's a little bit special. If you are outside of the car, it survives 6 homing missiles. If you are inside of the car, it goes up to 12. It takes 30 explosive sniper rounds, 12 sticky bombs, and even 12 RPGs, making this one of the tankiest vehicles in the game. Because unlike the Insurgent, which can survive up to 26, this vehicle is actually incredibly fast. Sure, not the fastest at around 110 miles per hour, but it's a heck of a lot better than driving a big old clunky Insurgent. So when it comes to survivability, the Omnis EGT, with the fact that not only it can survive 12 homing missiles, but you can't even lock onto it, definitely a must-have vehicle in Grand Theft Auto Online. I mean, oppressors have no chance of dealing with you, so griefing no more when driving this vehicle in a public lobby, unless, of course, there is a modder. Another must-have vehicle still in 2022 is the Vigilante. The reason this vehicle is so amazing is it is the only vehicle you can use in missions that has homing lock-on missiles. You cannot use the Deluxo, you cannot use the Oppressor Mark II, the Toreador, or any of the missile-firing vehicles like the Stromberg. As you can see, I went into my weaponized vehicle garage where I have the Stromberg, the Oppressor, and the Deluxo, and as you can see, it's only vehicles like the Half-Track and the Barrage that have really bad miniguns or stuff that you have to have another person help you with. The Vigilante you can actually use, as you can see in the Agent ULP mission, shoot people with homing lock on. It is by far one of the best vehicles to own because of this. If you're helping out with heist setups and you're doing the Doomsday heist with a friend, the Vigilante is just a must-own vehicle, down to the fact that you can use it in missions where a lot of other vehicles are canceled out. I won't say you necessarily need a Vigilante in 2022 because it still is a a $3.7 million price tag. It's the same price as a Toreador. And let's be real, in an online session, this cannot survive any explosions. It does not have bulletproof windows. The Toreador has unlimited missiles, while this does not. The only really fun thing about this vehicle is that you can smash everything off of the road in front of you because it weighs almost the same as an Insurgent. So that is great. But when it comes to survivability, you're gonna die fairly quickly. A single homing launcher rocket from any vehicle will destroy your Vigilante. So if you think that you're going to do a lot of missions, then I think this is a great vehicle. For my Broke to Billion series, this is the first vehicle I purchased because I'm doing a lot of missions and heist setups. So I feel that this vehicle is a must-have buy if you do a lot of heists and setups, but apart from that, and you're just playing online and doing business work, then maybe hold off on this one. A lot of you might find it disappointing or surprising that I have no Oppressor Mark II in this list, but hear me out. My replacement for the Oppressor Mark II is the Sparrow. Let's talk about the comparison between these two vehicles. First of all, the Sparrow flies faster. Sure, it might take off a little bit slower, but it flies way faster at an average of 150 miles per hour compared to the Oppressor only going around 108 when flying in the air. The Sparrow has unlimited missiles, which the Oppressor Mark II can only hold 20. You can call the Sparrow in every 2 minutes, where the Oppressor Mark II, you have to wait 5 minutes. As well, if your Oppressor Mark II is destroyed, you gotta pay for it. The Sparrow, you don't. The Oppressor Mark II's missiles were nerfed, and now they are exactly the same accuracy as the Sparrows, and while the flares are now a massive, like, 20-second cooldown on the Oppressor Mark II, there is only a 5-second cooldown when it comes to the newly added flares for the Sparrow. As well, the Sparrow can land directly inside of the Kosatska, making prep work way faster for the Cayo Perico heist. I personally like pulling out my Sparrow a lot more than pulling out my Oppressor Mark II. It gets me to locations faster, it does the job, and sure, it might not have as much protection against AI, but it still does everything I need it to, and if it gets destroyed, call it back in another 2 minutes, instantly next to you. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comments down below, but personally, I just see there's so many upsides for the Sparrow, and for the price tag, it's a better buy than the Oppressor Mark II. Now, that's not to say that the Oppressor is a bad vehicle in any way. It still is an amazing vehicle. It's just the fact that I think you can get more done with a cheaper vehicle and get the job done faster. Just in case you're looking for an incredible supercar to get everything done, to be amazing at races, then the Progen Emerus is where it's at. I wanted to add some sort of supercar onto the list because while I was talking about vehicles like the Toreador and the Vigilante, all with missiles and survivability capabilities against griefers and stuff, I still do feel that owning a supercar for being able to do time trials, race your friends, and just get from point A to point B while having a bit of fun is an important comparison. And the vehicle we are adding to the list is the Progen Emerus. There are two main reasons why. First of all, it carries one of the fastest top speeds still in the game at 127.3 miles per hour, making it the 8th fastest supercar in the game. The second reason is that it still has the best handling in game for a supercar, giving it the best overall lap times. So it's still an amazing vehicle, even though it is a bit of an older car. I would highly suggest to get your hands on it. Might be a steep price tag, but it's the only supercar you will ever need in Grand Theft Auto Online, unless some HSW vehicles come out for, like, the Krieger, imagine. But yeah, either way, this is my top 6 vehicle list in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my picks. Obviously, everybody is entitled to their own opinions, and this was just some of my opinions that I thought I would share on the internet. So let me know. As always, though, this video does take a lot of effort, and if you want to see other videos, maybe you did get persuaded by some of the points I've brought up here, please do consider smashing that subscribe button down below and stay tuned for more. But other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.